today's episode is going to be a little different. We are going to talk about the art of motivation. Why do we need motivation? What is the right way to motivate yourself? How can you sustain the motivation to achieve your goals? In order to answer these questions, let me share an incident that happened many years ago. There was a young man who wanted to become a painter like his father. He worked very hard, practiced painting every day, but he could not get any clients. So he decided to go to Paris and see his idol, a famous painter. He went to Paris, and after a lot of searching, he found the painter's house. He rang the bell, but the painter did not open the door. Instead, a beautiful young woman came to the door and asked him, "Can I help you?" The young painter said, "I am here to see the great painter. I am his fan. I have come all the way from India to meet him." The woman said, "He is not at home. Why don't you come in and sit down? Would you like some coffee?" The young painter went inside and sat down. After a while, the painter came, and the young painter could not believe his eyes. It was the same great painter whose works he had admired so much. He could not believe that this great painter was the same person who had opened the door. The painter noticed the disappointment on the young man's face and asked him, "What happened? Do you know me?" The young painter said, "Yes, I know you are the great painter, but how can you be so ordinary? I thought you would be extraordinary." The painter smiled and said, "You are right. I am just an ordinary person like you. I have hands and legs like you. I feel hungry and tired like you. There is nothing extraordinary about me." The young painter was shocked. He had come to learn painting from a great painter, but he couldn't even take a few minutes to teach him. Was this great painter just an ordinary man? Disappointed, he left the house and went back to India. On the way back, he saw a small village, and he decided to visit it. When he entered the village, he saw children playing, people working in the fields, and everything seemed so simple and so beautiful. He decided to stay in that village and live a simple life. After a few months, one day he went to the market in that village and saw a big crowd gathered around a stall. He went to the stall and saw a man painting beautiful pictures on a cloth, and people were buying those pictures for a lot of money. The painter asked him, "How do you make such beautiful paintings?" The painter said, "There is nothing special about my paintings. I just love to paint, and I make paintings every day. That's all." The young painter realized that the secret of success is not in the goal, but in the journey. The goal is just a destination, but the journey is full of experiences, learning, and growth. And when you focus on the journey, the goal becomes just a byproduct. So the next time you feel unmotivated or discouraged, remember that the real joy is not in the goal, but in the journey. Enjoy the process of working towards your goal, and the goal will come to you.